For over a month now, my tractor has been out of commission. If you've been following this series, you'll know that I've made do without it so far. Well, I've got some good news. All the major repairs have been completed and the Massey is officially back in action. I'll finally be able to start hauling logs again. The first log I intend to grab will be headed for my portable sawmill. I've been excited to try out a new loading setup and now I finally have the chance to test it, but I'm already getting ahead of myself. Before I show you my new loading setup, I need a log to load, which means that I need to harvest a tree. But I'm still getting ahead of myself. Before I do anything, I need to reinforce the cargo sledge runners. Although we constructed the sledge using wood scabs from the sawmill, it has proven to be an invaluable tool. However, the runners have been showing signs of wear, which comes as no real surprise. To prevent the runners from wearing any further, I decided to bolt a couple leftover pieces of heavy angle iron onto them. That ought to do the trick. Now onto the tree. The spruce is located near the bunkhouse, and I've often stopped to admire it on my way by. However, this beautiful evergreen has since died. Although I never had any plans to touch it, I decided it would be best to fell, considering the change in circumstances. If a windstorm ever toppled the dead-standing spruce, there was a chance it could land on the bunkhouse, being that it was located within the fall radius. In addition to protecting the bunkhouse, my hope was to harvest some lumber from the tree. The amount of useful material I'd be able to get would ultimately depend on how rotten the tree was on the inside, and I wouldn't know that until I had cut into it. Either way, the tree needed to come down. I had to keep my wits about me while cutting this one, knowing that rotten trees can be unpredictable and unstable. The face cut gave me a first glimpse into the condition of the wood. Although there were a couple punky patches, the rest of the wood was still in pretty good shape. It wasn't ideal, but the tree was definitely salvageable. The towering spruce slipped down through the surrounding canopy with minimal disturbance to the other trees. I'd consider that a successful takedown. After cutting the first section of log, I was pleased to see that the rot hadn't yet spread up the tree. The end grain was pristine at the 13-foot mark. The remaining sections of logs, 3 or 4 in total, would likely be of excellent quality for lumber. Now I finally get to show you my new log loading kit. A very welcome addition to my sawmilling setup. I often get asked what make and model my portable sawmill is. To save anyone else from having to wonder, this is my Woodland Mills HM126. It is a sawmill that I highly recommend for both its quality and affordability. I originally purchased it without the trailer and just ran it on the ground. As finances allowed, I eventually purchased the trailer to go with it, in order to increase my sawmill's mobility and ease of use. This year, I decided to further upgrade my mill by adding the log loading kit that Woodland Mills is now offering. And boy am I ever glad I got it. Up until now, I've used an electric winch to load my logs. When the winch inevitably ran out of juice, my dad and I would switch to hand loading them using cant hooks and ropes. Right off the bat, I found the loading kit to be much easier for setup and takedown, way easier to operate, and safer as well. The ramps and winch were designed to handle any log that the trailer and cutting head can handle, up to 3,000 pounds to be more specific. I can already tell that the loading kit is going to make a world of difference for me. Anyway, that's it for now. Until next time, my friends.